So this poem is called Song to Celia by Jonson. Drink to me with only thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine. Or leave a kiss but in the cup, and I'll not look for wine. The thirst that from the soul doth rise, doth ask a drink divine. But might I of Jove's nectar sip, I would not change for thine. I sent thee late a rosy wreath, not so much honoring thee, as giving it a hope that there it could not withered be. But thou thereon didst only breathe, and sentest it back to me. Since when it grows and smells, I swear, not of itself, but thee.
This poem was written by Jonson, a major figure in the world of literature in the 17th century. He was most well known for his plays, but he also dabbled in poetry, as can be seen by the poem that we're analyzing, Song to Celia. He wrote many notable plays and is even friends with William Shakespeare. He was very famous in his time, and once Shakespeare died, he was regarded as the greatest living author.
Song to Celia. Contained within a book called Forest, it was written by Jonson. It was originally published in 1616. It is a love song from a suitor to his desired beloved. In the poem, the suitor desires to determine whether or not his beloved feels the same way towards him as he does towards her. It is a simple poem which is only 16 lines long. The poem is divided into 2 stanzas that are each 8 lines. The lines alternate between iambic tetrameter and iambic trimeter.
The first half of the poem displays the repeated use of a metaphor comparing drinking and wine to love. This metaphor starts in the first 2 lines of the poem, where the speaker tells his lover to drink to me only with thine eyes, and I will pledge with mine. These lines describe eye contact between the speaker and his lover that is intimate, and he compares it to a toast that you might make while drinking. He tells her that if she will make a promise to him with just her eyes, he will make a pledge or promise in return, presumably one of his love and loyalty. In lines 3 and 4, the speaker continues to his lover by saying, or leave a kiss but in the cup, and I will not look for wine. This continues the usage of the metaphor seen in the first 2 lines, as the speaker compares his lover's kisses to wine. In these 2 lines, the speaker is basically saying that if his lover were to kiss him, he would never need wine again because he can get drunk on her love alone. By making this claim, he is saying that she is greater than all worldly pleasures, and he is willing to give them up to be with her.
So next, we're going to look at the last 4 lines of that first stanza. The thirst that from the soul doth rise, doth ask a drink divine, but might I of Jove's nectar sip, I would not change for thine. So he is comparing her to a very strong drink, a very indulgent wine. He wants to indulge in that, and he's asking for a sip of it that she might, like metaphorically, as if her love was wine in a cup. And then looking at Jove, he is actually the Roman equivalent to the Greek god Zeus. So Jove's nectar would be very strong, heavenly drink of the gods. So he's saying that only the very strongest, heaviest drink of the gods could maybe tempt him otherwise away from her love. It would be the only thing that might be better.
In lines 9 through 12 of the poem, the lover sends Celia a wreath of flowers. The wreath is sent not so much to honor her, but in the hopes of determining the feelings that she has for him. He sends the flowers in the hopes that her acceptance of them would reveal her love for him. He does not want to experience a withered hope. In the poem, the wreath of flowers is likely to symbolize the speaker's love for Celia. He did not want the wreath to wither, just as he hoped her love for him would last.
The last 4 lines of the poem read, but thou thereon didst only breathe, and sent'st it back to me. Since when it grows and smells, I swear, not of itself, but thee. What these lines are talking about is how the speaker was rejected in an unexpected way. The whole poem, he has been talking about this woman that he loves, and he sends her the wreath as a symbol of their love and of their relationship in hopes that it will prevent their love from withering. However, Celia does not feel the same way, so she sends the wreath back to the speaker. When she does this, she breathes on it, which gives him a little bit of hope in the way that it softens the blow. So the speaker understands that he has been rejected, but it's a nice reminder of her, even if he can't have her. So, to sum up Ben Jonson's poem, Song to Celia, the poem is obviously about a very deep and very intense love that the speaker has for a woman named Celia. In the end, after begging her to give him a sign, he gets the sign, but it's not the one that he wanted. She does not have mutual feelings, so she sends his gift back, and the scent of her on the wreath allows him to have a little reminder of her. So again, even in the end, if he can't have her, he is able to still think about her.